electrochemical. All previously mentioned are just the different techniques. And you notice we don't spend much time on them because we are not analytical technique class. To learn more, you are going to take analytical techniques. The chemistry department, they have analytical, advanced analytical technique, which will tell you a lot more. Here we just tell you, okay, for composition, these are the common method. You may use them. Especially for material scientists, we use X-ray a lot. We use EDAX a lot, and some of them we use like ICP a lot for elemental analysis. Okay. Then we are going to talk about particles. Okay, also very quickly. Primary particle means what? The particle will not be separated further. Okay. Smallest unit involved that are clearly defined the surface. Here I give a TEM, transmission electron microscope particle, and you can see individual particle, right? You can see individual particles. These are called primary particles. They cannot be broken down into smaller particles by simple agitation, by sonication, or just a simple tumbling. They cannot be broken down further. These are called primary particles. They can be single crystal, or they can be polycrystalline. For example, if you look at some of them, they are two small grains together, polycrystalline. They can be polycrystalline, or even amorphous, beer glass. If pores present, it has to be isolated from each other. Okay. Another concept that we are dealing with ceramics would be so-called agglomerate. Agglomerate means small particles agglomerate together, coming together, a cluster of primary particles held together by surface forces or by liquid or by solid bridges. Okay, and here I'm showing a B60, a ceramics, right? Boron 6 oxygen. This is what we would call agglomerate, right? This is low mag. If we zoom into high mag, you see many grains, but they are kind of tightly bonded together by kind of solid bridge. They're bonded together into this large particle. Of course, it contains what? Porosities in it. This is called agglomerate, and features generally have interconnected pores, as you see here, right? This whole thing has pores within it, a lot of pores within it. And classification, they are soft agglomerate, which means the particles come together, are held together by very weak surface interaction, surface forces, van der Waals force. Okay, they can be broken down easily by things like sonication. You shake it a little bit, they come loose. But what we are looking at here is this soft agglomerate. Look at it, it's probably pretty hardly bonded. This is kind of hard agglomerate, or sometimes people give it another name called aggregates. Hard agglomerate. The grains are bonded together by solid bridge. Okay, you have, in order to break it up, you have to what? Quite often crush it, mill it, using ball mill or some other technique to put a lot of energy instead of just sonication a little bit, shake it a little bit. Okay, and a few other concepts. You heard colloids, granules, gravels, and flux. Okay, you will see these typically as you in a production setting more. Colloids, finely divided particles with particle size in the range of from 1 to 1000 nanometer, submicron. And clearly here you see all these are individual particles, highly spherical. You look at them, it's beautifully spherical. Okay, quite often these people call them colloidal. Everything uniformly sized, well separated. Okay, colloid could be solid or could become already as a colloidal suspension with a liquid. Okay, for polishing purpose, for optical purpose. Okay, granules typically mean large particles with this size, close to 1 millimeter, hundreds of microns. Okay, sometimes we mean the soft agglomerate will form purposefully by adding a granulating agent, a polymer, to bond them together to improve the flow capability. Okay, these are so-called spray-dried YSC, each with stabilized zirconia granules. You see the particles are not that uniform. Each of them has already pores within it. Each of them has many, many small grains, but they are loosely glued together by granulating agents, some types of polymer to glue them together. You get it by spray drying or some other technique, okay, to improve the flow capability. What we will talk about later is when the powder is too fine, they don't flow very well. They don't flow very well. Sand would flow very well, but your flour at home, you find it doesn't flow like sand. Why? Because the interaction between the particles are too strong and powder are fine. They don't flow easily. And sometimes for industry production, you need them to flow very easily for uniformity purpose. Okay, granules, which means really, really large particles, 10 millimeter or larger. Okay, flux, quite often something you formed in the suspension, okay, loosely by electrostatic force or by organic polymers. These are called flux. And structure in powders. Particles, we said, general description of things separately without distinguish between primary particles or agglomerates. We just call them particles. If we don't want to really tell whether it's primary particle, also called agglomerate, which is many smaller grains come together. And we have primary particle, individual, cannot be separated further, okay? And the soft agglomerate, each of them are loosely connected together by just the surface interaction. And then there will be hard agglomerate or aggregates. Particles are strongly bonded together by kind of solid bridge.